Friends, so the other day we read a story about Pigeon having a hard time going to sleep. So I thought, you know what? We need to hear Pete the Cat's version of that. And this is called Pete the Cat and the Bedtime Blues. And it is by Kimberly and James Dean. Pete and the gang had a great day. They'd been at the beach, surf and sun, and tons of fun. Look at that. How many of you like to go to the beach? I do, but I don't surf. I like the beach though. I like to put my feet in it. But when the sun went down, they didn't want the fun to end. Pete had an idea. See, we have the dots with the being idea, something he's thinking about. It could be, when you see that, it could be something someone's thinking or something someone's dreaming. This time it's something he's thinking. Hey, how about a sleepover? More time for tons of fun. Groovy. Pete's place, let's go. So they're all riding on the bike. The party was far out, but they knew they couldn't stay up all night. The gang decided it was time to say goodnight. They're looking sleepy. On went the pajamas and out went the light. Good night, Gus. Good night, Alligator. Good night, Toad. Good night, Pete. Look at them. All his friends are in their sleeping bags. Pete's in his bed. Pete was just about to catch some Z's when clap, clap, clap. Who did that? Pete asked. It was me, said Grumpy Toad. I don't want to go to bed. I want to clap instead. Pete covered his ears. This cool cat needs to go to bed. Good night, Gus. Good night, Alligator. Good night, Toad. Good night. Time to sleep. Seems like Pete's feeling different than the pigeon. He wants to sleep, but his friends are being like the pigeon, huh? Pete tried again to catch some Z's when rat-a-tat-tat. Who did that? Pete asked. Are you noticing all the rhymes? Rat-a-tat-tat and that. It was me, said Gus the platypus. I don't want to go to bed. I want to jam instead. Pete covered his head. This cool cat needs to go to bed. Time to sleep. My goodness, look at that. He's trying to play the drums in the middle of the night. Who could sleep with all that noise? Good night, Gus. Good night, Alligator. Good night, Toad. Good night, Pete. Pete closed his eyes to catch some Z's when he heard... Oh, my goodness. Poor Pete. Munch, munch, munch. Pete had a hunch. It was Alligator. He was always up for eating. What could Pete do? He's eating some pizza in the middle of the night. That could give you a tummy ache. All the clapping, rat-a-tatting, and munching was giving him the bedtime blues. Pete had a groovy idea. He got out his favorite bedtime story and started to read, first to himself and then to the gang. How many of you read a story before you go to bed with your parents? It's kind of a nice way to settle down for the night, I think. I used to do that with my sons when they were little. Pete noticed it was finally quiet. No more clapping, no more rat-a-tatting, and no more munching. I like his bedspread. Look at that with all the little cool vans on there, like he drives around in. They all settled down. No one made a sound. Here he is. He's reading a Pete the Cat book to his friends. Did you notice that? Pete yawned and turned off the light. Good night. Sleep tight. Time to catch some Z's. Finally, his friends are sleeping. Tomorrow was another day for surfing, sun, and tons of fun. Look, they're all dreaming of the fun day at the beach. The end. Oh, I'll have to show you this picture because it's got all kinds of really fun Petes from lots of the different stories. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the story of Pete the Cat today, and I will talk to you soon.